Okay, this video is about the separation of powers in the Irish Constitution, in the Irish state, as it were. It's prompted by a comment there that was left on my YouTube channel. The video was about Enoch Burke, the school teacher who has been jailed by the High Court for contempt of court and so on. That's got plenty of attention. But a commenter there, and I'll put the comment up on the screen, makes reference, or comments basically, quote, "The Irish Department of Justice needs to step in and order the release of the non-violent and committed Christian. This simply cannot happen and shows a remarkable lack of understanding about our government and the way the constitution in this country operates. Basically, we have separation of powers. That means that there's three major parts of government. There is the legislature, which comprises of the Oireachtas, and that is the two houses and the president. They basically make the law, pass the law. The executive is the second branch of government. It is the government, in fact. And that the legislature passes the law, the executive puts it into operation, and judiciary interprets it. This concept is the separation of powers. The legislature is made up of, or is the Oireachtas, and it comprises the president and the two houses, the Dáil and the Seanad. The executive is the government. The government puts laws with the approval of the people having obtained sufficient votes, etc., to form a government before the Oireachtas to be passed, and it then puts the laws, when they're passed, if they're passed, on the statute books. And the judiciary is the judges who administer justice in the courts, and the judiciary basically interpret the law. So if there's any disputes about what the law means or what the Oireachtas meant when it passed the law, then the judiciary will interpret it. So that is the separation of powers. The bottom line is the judiciary cannot be influenced by the government. The government cannot be fettered in its discretion or influenced too much by the judges. And the Oireachtas then, comprising the president and the two houses, they pass the laws, put them on the statute books, and that's the way it is. It's a fundamental principle of the separation of powers. You're looking at three branches of government. They remain separate and independent, and the separateness of the three parts of government, the independence of three parts under the Irish Constitution, Bunreacht na hÉireann, is absolutely critical. It's funny that the people who shout loudest about their rights and so on and so forth don't actually have too much time to recognise the rights of others. But the bottom line is each of these branches of government, as it were, under the Constitution, Ireland's Constitution, Bunreacht na hÉireann, are independent and are separate and should be entitled to do their work, do their obligations without being influenced by the other branches of government. And that's what separation of powers is about, and that's why the comment made by this gentleman that was on the screen at the beginning of this video, why that is fundamentally misinformed and misses the point. The Department of Justice simply cannot step in, because the Department of Justice is part of the state, but it cannot step in and order judges or order the judiciary to release Mr. Burke. And likewise, the government can't order judges to do that, because each branch of government is independent and is entitled to exercise rigorous independence. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I'd appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.